Listen up, hatchback manufacturers, because what we are in today is undoubtedly the class leader. We are, of course, in the Ford Fiesta, or more specifically, the 1 litre EcoBoost Ford Fiesta. Now, you might be thinking, oh, 1 litre, that's hardly enough power to pull you out of bed, surely. Well, as you may have seen from our 1 litre Ford Focus review, this 3-cylinder unit is absolutely fantastic. It's won countless global awards, and you know, it produces an ample amount of performance and easily does away with the need for the 1.6 litre petrol car. It's a fantastic engine, and even idling, despite the odd number of cylinders, there's hardly any vibration coming through and into the cabin. So what makes the Fiesta so good? Well, firstly, this facelifted model for this year, with its Aston Martin grille at the front, as it's become known, is a sharp looking car, and this specific machine in candy blue really is quite handsome for a car in its segment. It looks more premium with that chromed grille. The overall shape is really nice. But more importantly, as a family machine, it functions fantastically well. There's plenty of space in the cabin. It has a good boot. It's nice and easy to drive. It's very easy to park. Visibility is really good all around, and just it ticks pretty much all of the boxes. But the thing that the Fiesta has over almost all of its competitors is the fact that it handles so well. I mean, you can really throw it into corners. That's not the best example, it wasn't a particularly fast corner, but you can really throw it into corners, and it just grips and goes. Like the nose is so willing to dart into a corner. The weight transfer is handled fantastically. Yes, okay, the suspension is maybe a bit firmer than rivals, but the trade-off is that there's not very much body roll, and at the end of the day, this is a car to take the kids to school in, and you can, on British B roads, you know, providing you're willing to work this 5-speed gearbox in the 1 litre model, it's very happy to be thrown around. And because of that 1 litre 3-cylinder engine, which is actually, the block is actually the size of an A4 sheet of paper, it's very light up front as well, so there's even less understeer than in bigger engined models. The dashboard's very well laid out. This is the Zetec model, so we get some nice seats. We get the stereo, though I will say actually this mobile phone sort of arrangement here is quite dated now. It was sort of dated since the Fiesta came out. Mobile phones haven't really had a keypad like that for about, well, I don't know, probably about, I want to say 10 years, but I'm sure there's still some budget phones out there that still use them. Anyway, so we have that. It has phone connectivity with Bluetooth, and it has air conditioning, etc, etc. This car actually just costs over £15,000, though I will say that candy blue paint is £750. £750 for paint! Goodness me, this is a Ford Fiesta, not a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz. Anyway, forgetting the paint and going back to this engine, if you are happy to rev the nuts off of it, I like that 3-cylinder throttle. I really like it. As we come up to a sharp bend now, you get on the brakes, there's good body control, and you just turn it in, and it's so compliant. It's so fantastically compliant, this car. The Fiesta has very few niggles. I mean, whilst this model isn't getting any younger now, and we've had the facelift and things, and there is a new model coming over the next few years. Rumours of a Fiesta RS, which would be the fantastic swan song to this generation. The car itself is utterly fantastic. I mean, Ford claim, I think it's probably nearing 70 mpg for this engine. You have to check the full review on the website for that, because I can't quote it offhand. At the moment I'm sort of getting around 50 or so take that as you will, because the official figures never really reflect what you actually get on any model. I think Honda come the closest to their official figures, but that's sort of by and by. I think the car is a fantastic package. For running around town, it is absolutely brilliant. There is no better small hatchback in my eyes. And yeah, on the motorway, it will handle the motorway. It can hold its own on the motorway. It's got enough grunt for it. It's just that with 5 gears, really, you want 6 for a longer motorway journey, just for a bit more tranquility. And before I tie this video up, actually, some of you may have noticed the registration plate of this car is FMC1, standing for Ford Motor Company 1. It's quite a famed registration. Ford have used it at the Goodwood Festival Speed on countless occasions. It's been on Ford GTs. It's been on almost every performance Ford of note. I've been told that Jackie Stewart had it at one point when his cars were powered by Ford in Formula 1. The registration plate actually belongs to Ford. They also have one FMC, which I've had on a transit van, quite comically. But yeah, just in case you were curious. Heading back to the Fiesta, fantastic car, and I thoroughly recommend it.